Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club for our Tuesday evening league. Here we are at Laguna Seca for round 5 of the Gran Turismo Manufacturers Championship. My iPad is taking forever to load, so I don't know if the sound's okay. Yeah, it sounds alright. There you go. I'll turn him down now. So yes, here we are for Lobby 1 of the Gran Turismo's Manufacturers Championship, the Virtual Racers Club's very own Manufacturers Championship, where our sim racers choose a manufacturer at the beginning of the season, and then they will race their Group 3 and Group 4 category cars through a 10-week grueling season. They have to race. They qualify. Sorry, that's been extended to 10 minutes qualifying, by the way, from 5 minutes to avoid bunching. So they qualify for 10 minutes in the Group 4 car, then have a sprint race on the super soft tyres for 15 minutes in Group 4 cars, and then they get up into the big boys, the Group 3s, for a 40-minute endurance style race. And I think there's a rule on tyres, but I can't remember it. I'll try and tell you. Yes, we're here for Laguna Seca. I'll get to the table, shall I? Instead of waffling. Let me have a look. Table for Lobby 1. It's been no good reading your Lobby 2s. Oh no. Graham looks like he's bouncing in and out. He's been having some issues racing with us the last 2 races. He can't get a good, strong connection going on. So here we are. The table. Little GP sitting at the top on 185 points, with Matt Psycho in second on 153 points. They are the BMW boys. Io Graham in third on 148 points for Alfa Romeo, and Liam Anfield in fourth on 140 points, also for Alfa Romeo. Racer Brown for Aston Martin on 127 points in fifth. Sixth for Homesick Alien in the Mercedes on 121 points. Kale is seventh on 111 points. 8th Gazman on 102 points. 9th Guesty for 90 points. Stevie Styler is in 10th. Oh, they're just changing over to the Group 4 practice. I must be early. Oh, or they're late. One or the other. So sorry. Stevie Styler's 10th in the table with 89 points. 11th for Noxie with 82 points. Alpha Nut is 12th on 70 points. G Richards is 13th with 50 points. Daz 14th with 43 points. Iron Doctor is 15th with 38 points, and Pace is 16th on 26 points. Now, we had a hive of excitement last week with Pace joining just in between races from nowhere, and me and Racer Brown both had our wrist slapped for that, because apparently that is not the way we do things. But hopefully Pace will come. Is he here? I can't see him on the list. I can only see one South African flag so far. So maybe Pace is not going to come this week. Well, hope he does. So that's the table. Oh, I'll take you to the manufacturer's table. Sorry, I was there just dreaming away in my own little world. I'll take you to the manufacturer's table. I'm not all savvy with the whole streaming business. I know if I was a cool streamer, I could have it all up on the screen for you to see. You can look at an Alfa Romeo going round if you want. That's about the best I can do for you, I'm afraid. And he's ghosted, so we'll go and look at Daz in his Jag. Daz in his Jag. So BMW are at the top of the manufacturer's table with 188 points. Alfa Romeo second with 179 points, so not much in it really between those two marquees. Aston Martin third on 144 points, with Mercedes in fourth on 121 points. Chevrolet fifth on 113 points, with Lexus in sixth on 106 points. McLaren seventh on 89 points. Toyota eighth on 70 points. Ford ninth on 50 points, and Jaguar 10th on 43 points. So there, all your tables sorted out, giving you a rough idea of the the rules. I don't know if there is a tyre rule. I'm trying to find it for you. I should know, I know, but I do a lot of races, so sometimes I forget what the tyre rules are and things. And then I read it. Oh, in the chat, Flashman saying evening all. Pat also in the chat saying hello. He'll be rushing off, and Flashman as well. Unless Flashman's at work this week, I'm not sure. But they'll be rushing off to race in Lobby 2 in a minute. Jam, hello and good evening in the chat. So let me see, feature race. Tyres, oh yeah, they've got to use at least 2 compounds of super softs, softs or mediums. So I knew there was something. But I don't know if there's a certain amount of laps they have to use them for. Feature race, 3 laps. There you go. So yes, they're allowed to use racing super softs, racing softs, racing mediums, and they've got to at least use 2 compounds, and they must use them for a minimum of 3 laps. But I think with the new pit stop update, whoa, Stevie Styler was giving it some big balls back there. Let's have a look. So I think with the new update, with the pit stops length of time being taken into account, that's kind of sorted out that 3 lap rule anyway. I don't think people really push it because they need the they rather have the time on the track than sat in the pit lane. Last week, I can't quite remember I think it was in qualifying. That's why we've got a 10-minute qualifying now. I think Lil's GP overtook Alpha Nut in qualifying, so he's had a grid penalty. I was just reading in Discord, they're saying the best thing for he can do is sit in the pits during qualifying, so we'll know at least what that's for. Lidl's GP, the naughty boy. So me and Racer Brown weren't the only ones who had a little slap on the wrists from last week. So did Lil's GP. There's G Richards in his Ford Mustang. Logitech Ford Mustang. Hey, I'll dish out some of these helmet shots now that I can. That's a nice helmet there. G Richards. Also in the chat. Oh, look, they were telling me the rules. Yeah, Flashman says RSS in Group 4. Jam Huntington says 3 laps. Yeah, I read it in the end. And Flashman saying working hard tonight, mate. Oh, no. Oh, no. I used to do loads of prep. I know I still do. I'm really into it. I'm not saying I've lost the love, but I don't know. I used to do shed loads of prep and write near enough 2 A4 pieces of paper of stuff for the races, and then I found as soon as the race starts I never look at it, so I stopped doing it, and then I realised I used to write that down for this bit in front because just so I can glance down and just quickly see what I need to know. So I should go back to writing all those bits of paper out. In the chat, Graham needs a little time, please. Liam is trying to fix his internet. How can Liam fix Graham's internet? I wonder if they're doing that special Google number thing where you change your number and it's meant to make it perfect, but I did it. It didn't work. So let's have a look through the field. We've got Alpha Nut there in his Supra. He's having an okay season, I think. I haven't noticed anything terrible, but just he's not had terrible races and stuff like that. He's had good pace, so I should write down all their positions. That's the problem when I do it live. I don't write down the positions. When I do the replays, I sit there and write it down everywhere they finish, but I don't do that live for some reason. I'm all hyped up on adrenaline. I can't concentrate at the end of the race. I'm bouncing off the walls. So Lil's GP, we know, is a bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Hey, we ride together, we die together, Lil's GP. Straight from the heart, blood. So, Lil's GP, he's got to sit out qualifying this one. That'll be interesting to see what he does with that BMW from the back of the grid. He is fast, he is the championship leader. So that, you know, that's going to be very interesting, one to keep an eye on. And that Psycho, his teammate, is he favourite for pole today? Are those BMWs working it around here at Laguna Seca? Whee, he's got a loose back end though. He wants to look into that. There we see Alpha Nut. I'm going to go on board with Alpha, I think. I fancy that. See if we can see the corkscrew in all its glory. What am I doing? Oh, I'm pressing all the buttons, all the wrong ones. So, Racer Brown says we go in 5. Jolly good. Alpha giving us a really slow run. No, Alpha showing us his pit lane, his pit box. It's very nice. It's a good view. See some trees, a big hangar. That marquee selling beer over there. Just down the road, I think that's an Aston Martin. I don't know if it's Guesty. It's going to be Guesty. Yeah, Guesty's in the pit, so you can see Guesty's Aston Martin down the road a little bit. And let's go and have a look around the track. Little's GP's the fastest man out there so far, 126.851. Homesick Alien in his Merc, a 127.939. Right, I'm going to go on board with the Alien because I know he doesn't mess about. Aliens don't play. So, just see if my hot beverage is ready for slurpage. Pat in the chat saying lobby 2 quali is starting. See you again after race 1. See you, Pat. Good luck, mate. Ooh, it's a bit hot, that. It's not quite ready yet. It's got to sit for a bit. I'll have a drink for an energy drink that I don't mention the name of. Oh yeah, feel the sugar. And there we go, home scaling. Oh, is he going to practice a start for us? This is a treat. So, let's get himself prepped. I think he's a handbrake holder. Oh dear. I think he's a handbrake holder, so there he goes. That was not bad. That was minimum wheel spin there from the Alien. Again, he's trying a little bit more acceleration. He got a little wheel spin, but still, good start. Good start. That Mercedes is a good one. Jumping off the grid, we saw that last week. He was up there, wasn't he? From grid start, so the Mercedes. That was a treat. From the Alien, we thought we were going to get a tour of the lap, but we got a nice test start. Always good. Small delay at the moment. If you're wondering why we're not qualifying and you're just joining us, that sounded really professional, didn't it? I like that. We're on a delay at the moment, waiting for IR Graham and Liam Anfield. The Alpha boys are having some problems with their internet. And as they're trying to furiously get their mechanics to sort that out, you're watching Homesick Alien taking us around Laguna Seca here for round 5 of the GTMC Lobby 1. As you can see, we're heading into the corkscrew. This piece of road drops drastically downhill, making the cars rather unsettled. Then we hit the long left-hander. This is a tyre killer for sure. Heading up to the tight right-hander, all the brakes needed on that chariot. And then we are heading up to the ultra-tight left-hand final corner of the track. This one sees many people go wide, and it's just dust on the outside, which will stop you dead. And there we see Homesick Alien having another try at that standing start. He's holding the handbrake. He's teasing. There he goes. Ooh, a little tease with the throttle. He's waiting for a car to go past. That's not bad. That's not bad. He got straight up there. Good stuff, Homesick Alien. Right, let's have a look around then. Whilst we are waiting for some of the guys out there. We didn't even do a full run through. Here we go. We've got Little's GP. He'll be sitting out qualifying today. He's fastest at the moment with that 26.766. Kale in the Chevy. Saw he did wonderful things last round in the Group 4 car, especially starting from the back. He clawed his way all the way back up to 5th place. So we know that Chevy is fast. And looking forward to seeing how he races here on his home. Well, it's not his home soil. Pop Motorsports popped in, but he's not signed up for this group, so I think Racer Brown might have to ask him to leave. There is a Homesick Alien. We will sat on board with him just to see a lap here of Laguna Seca for round 5 of the GTMC Lobby 1, y'all. We made it halfway. We climbed up to the top of the hill and we're going to march back down again. There's Guesty in the Aston Martin. I do like that livery, I must say. It's got a wipeout feel about to it. I like it. G. Richards in the Ford Mustang. Stevie Styler, the lone McLaren out there. It's looked like a handful for most of this season. In Stevie's hands in lobby 2, Bunny also driving the McLaren. Seems to have been getting a little bit better results out of that beast, but no Beamers or no Alphas in lobby 2. Don't know if that's anything to do with it. But yes, Stevie Styler, he's been throttling that McLaren. It's been a joy to watch, but he's not been getting great positions with it. We saw his helmet, didn't we? Yes, the Zing grey one. Lovely. So moving on to the next BMW, and Matt Psycho, car 16. Yeah, but I think IR Graham's got to come back in the grid. I don't know how many people are in here, so why do I say anything? So Matt Psycho in he's just jumped up in 6th, does he? No. And Alpha not there in the Supra. See the teammate Skyjacker racing in lobby 2. I think the qualifying was the top 10 of last season of the GTMC qualified for lobby 1, and then everyone was asked to set times in the dailies to sort out the next group, and I think the top 5 times went into lobby 1, and then lobby 2 had the rest. Daz in the Jaguar, the Flying Scot. Just trying to organise things now. Is Racer Brown? Poor Racer Brown. Doesn't go smoothly every week for him. I don't know if I haven't seen IR Graham. Liam Anfield's in. Liam Anfield is in the hills, but I have not seen an IR Graham at all. I must be said. Oh well, we've been given the ready sign. Jam saying correct with the qualifying. Well, I don't know what that means. Hills GP will have to sit in the pits. We're going into the quali now, but I can't see IR Graham. 13 in the house. Oh, Liam Anfield's asking for 1 minute while everyone says IR Graham. He's just got in under the belt, under the line, only just in front of the pace car. So IR Graham trying to get his stuff together before we head into qualifying. G Ritchie's giving it a yes. So our competitors out there eager to get qualifying. 10 minutes of qualifying here at Laguna Seca underway for round 5 of the Virtual Racers Club GTMC Season 4. This time it's personal. I think the GTMC's had a different champion every time. I'm pretty sure Season 1 was, oh, he's really fast, Nickel or something like that. PRT Nichols or something. Season 2 was Stigman 4, I believe, from the LNR Cool group, and then Season 3 was Liam Anfield. So a different champion so far every season. Doesn't seem like, well, this is the first season a reigning champion has come back for some more. We're just letting them all get themselves out. There is the reigning champion, Liam Anfield. He's been not taking a while to get used to the Alpha. He had a great race last week. Really fought tooth and nail. He was up there with IR Graham early doors, but I think an accident happened. Both of them went further down the order, and they both had to fight their way through, and it was beautiful to see. It's a lovely looking car, that Alpha, it has to be said. Let me just turn that up a little bit just to make sure. There I am. So Liam Anfield leading them away. for 10 minutes of qualifying. They've been told to space out this time. Last week they were all in such a rush. It was a long track, in all fairness. It was Alsace, wasn't it, or something like that. It was a long track, so I know a lot of them were worried they weren't going to even get a lap in. So they all bunched up rather too much. And I don't know if Lil's GP has entered, but he's sat in the pits. He's there. He's not stayed in the pits, but he's not putting a lap in. Hopefully he won't get in people's way. So Liam Anfield's just starting his flying lap now. How is he going to do? Homesick-Alien, he's giving him a fair width. He knows Liam Anfield's fast, so I suppose he's not too concerned about coming across him. We're watching the championship reigning champion. He's not the championship leader. Lil's GP is. As we got some cool camera angles going on for this flying lap as well. I usually like the standard square close in one, but as there's not much racing on, I'll allow it. Over the hill they go towards the cork. No, I keep getting this bit mixed up. It's the fast corner before the corkscrew. This is the hill that they climb to go to the corkscrew. Liam Anfield so far doesn't look like he's made a single mistake. Homesick-Alien doing okay behind him. Haven't seen him drop away. Ooh, Kale may have had an off because he's dropping down the order, so it looks like Kale's made a mistake on his flying lap. And we're watching. As Liam Anfield comes around the final corner to see what sort of pace we're looking for in this qualifying. As he approaches the line, he's going to set a 26.8. A 26.8. Homesick-Alien, a 27.4. Matt Psycho managing a 26.2, puts him in second. G Ritchie's goes across with a 27.2, that puts him in second. Now Alpha Nut taking second spot with a 27.1. Liam Anfield maintaining that first place so far. They're all setting times now. So Liam Anfield top of the pole after the first flying lap. Racer Brown popping it in there in second in the Aston Martin. Brilliant stuff there for the Aston Martin driver. Alpha Nut down to third now. Kale set a time. G Ritchie's, he got 4 from that run. Good stuff. Matt Psycho in 5th place so far, provisional 5th, with Homesick-Alien in 6th. Stevie Styler, he's a little bit close to Daz. Might want to back off a little bit. IR Graham's just joined the room, so yeah, we are. I noticed IR Graham's not driving around. So Stevie Styler then. Lil's GP is putting times in. He was asked just to sit in the pit lane. Looks like Daz has got right out of Stevie Styler's way. So Stevie Styler is 8th. 9th is Guesty. There's all sorts of cars all over the place there. Guesty. Gasman there in 10th. We're nearly halfway through qualifying already. Daz in 11th. He's making a mistake. Dearie me. Noxie is 12th and Kale is in 13th. So Lil's GP has set a time of 1:25.7, a second faster than Liam Anfield's 26.8, but Lil's GP has to start from the back of the grids. Racer Brown then is provisionally second, we'll say, with Liam Anfield on provisional pole position. Kale's set another time, but I don't think it's put him up the order much. He's moved up to 11th, with Noxie also setting a time, putting him in 13th. So 1:30.4. Those Lexuses looking like a handful around here at Laguna Seca. IR Graham's left the room again. It's a real struggle for IR Graham at the moment with that internet. Liam Anfield still provisional pole sitter, but Racer Brown did get very close. A 26.8, 300ths off of Liam Anfield. Matt Psycho. He's only 800ths off of Racer Brown. This is very tight stuff here for pole position. Only 2.5 tenths down from them is Alpha Nuts. Are they going to change their tyres with only just under 4 minutes left to qualify? And I think, I don't think there's wear turned on those tyres anyway, so they're probably just going to keep on going. Stevie Seiler has set a faster time. He's put himself up into 7th spot now. For Stevie Styler, only 500ths off of G Ritchie's, and G Ritchie's only 900ths off of Alpha Knot. Can you believe how tight this is? Gasman setting a time, so is Kale. They're all going faster. Kale up into 10th now in the Chevy. Gasman in 11th. Noxie setting a time, getting himself ahead of Daz. So it's all moving up and down. Liam Anfield, your provisional pole sitter from Racer Brown, with Matt Psycho next on the grids. Alpha Nut there. So just sit and see. He needs a couple of tenths to try and catch up the Beamer in front of him. He's 3 tenths down on his own time. What about Matt Psycho? Is there anything he's got? He's coming round to the end of the lap. I just think the fuel and the Homesick Alien set a faster time. Has put himself into 8th place, ready for the race. And Matt Psycho, nothing faster in there. Liam Anfield not managing to go any faster yet. Racer Brown, he's got a green there. Is he gonna? He only needs 300ths to move up the order. And he crosses the line. He does it. He does it. He puts himself on provisional pole. Brilliant stuff for Racer Brown in the Aston Martin. Liam Anfield, he's got to find a bit more. We've got 2 minutes left of qualifying. Loads of people are setting times down at the bottom. Guesty and Gasman going faster. Gasman up into 8th position now. Guesty up into 9th. Great stuff from these two. Guesty is only 200ths off of Gasman, ahead of him in the Lexus. Fantastic qualifying from those guys. That's put Homesick Alien down into 10th place now. Homesick Alien having to try and find an advantage with that Mercedes. Daz going faster. Daz was last. He's still last. 29.760 in the Jag. He's 1.7 seconds adrift from Noxie in that Lexus. He went a 28.0 last time around, did Noxie. We've got 1 minute left of qualifying so far. Homesick Alien setting another time. Where was he? He was 10th. He's definitely moved up the order. Where is he moved to? Alpha Nut also going faster. So Alpha Nut there, consolidating that 4th or /3 ahead of Matt Psycho. Homesick Alien's put himself up into 6th place with that time. Great stuff there from Homesick Alien. And like I said, Alpha Nut going faster also. 800ths off of Liam Anfield. Oh, he's got himself ahead of Matt Psycho. Great stuff. Matt Psycho, has he got any more in this car? We'll wait to see. This will be his last run. He's hanging that Beamer all over those curbs, really being quite leery with it. Waiting for a sector time. God, there isn't one, is there? This is him all the way till the end. He's up by 4 tenths, you know. He's up by 4 tenths. I don't know how far ahead Racer Brown is. He's it's only 3 tenths I think from Racer Brown, and it looks like Matt Psycho could possibly get provisional pole if no one else goes faster. If he is 4 tenths faster, we'll wait and see as he crosses the checkered flag. Oh, not quite. He doesn't quite get it. He's in 2nd spot. No, Liam Anfield last minute goes on pole. Liam Anfield, fantastic stuff there. He found a 126.562 ahead of Racer Brown. Matt Psycho down into 3rd. Alpha Nut 4th. Stevie Styler managed to get 5th there, right near the end. Great stuff in the McLaren. Homesick Alien in 6th. Oh, Gazman's gone faster, but we haven't come across him yet. No, yes, we have. 7th, 6th. I mean, for Gazman. So 6th for Gazman when the qualifying's all set up. Kale's gone faster, but we'll come across him. 7th for Homesick Alien. 8th for G Richies. 9th for Guesty. 10th for Kale. 11th for Noxie. And Daz gets 12th in the end. We see IR Graham keeps popping in, so I think qualifying now, it'll be cancelled. Everyone will be asked to exit out because Little's GP qualified when he wasn't meant to. So we'll see. Everyone will quit out, and Racer Brown will have to set the grid up manually, and hopefully if IR Graham has managed to join, he can be added to the back with Little's GP. So I'll get rid of the big numbers just in case, but I'm pretty sure Racer Brown shall ask them all to exit. It's like I'm a fortune teller. It's like I know. So they all disappear. Leave me here all on my own. With you guys. I know you guys are out there watching. So, poor Racer Brown now has got the pressure of trying to sort the grid out. If he's got the YouTube on in the background, he can just go back a couple of seconds and pause it. Take it from the stream. How is everyone? Tuesday. Getting close to the end of March already. It's nearly April. We've got bank holiday weekend coming up as well, haven't we? A big bank holiday weekend. I've got stuff to push. We've still got room in our Rally Legends this coming Sunday if you want to come and join in, using 10 different cars, different dirt tracks and such a what. So, ooh, there's a red bit in Discord. Oh, it's nothing to do with me. Oh, well, go back to the track while he's setting it up. Can't hurt, can it? So yes, so we've got the Rally Legends on Sunday, sorry, coming this Sunday. If you want to sign up for that, that's in the sign up of our Discord. You can get to our Discord through the website www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and there's a big button that says join our community, which will take you into our Discord. We've got a karting cup coming up, and that is on Friday the 2nd of April with a selection of tracks, 10-minute races in the go-karts. I was trying to see its official name if it was written there, but it's not. But it's, you know, that kart 125 thing. And then also up there is the Super Touring Car Cup, and that's up there for Friday the 9th of April. Group 3 cars, 2 races, a feature, strategy, and there's an entry list there of cars you can choose from. Let's have a look at someone who's mobile. Oh, Racer Brown's asking everyone if they're ready. And so yeah, we've got the Super Touring Car Cup up for Friday nights, Karting Cup up for Friday nights, and there is Group 4 World Series. That's for the 10th of April. What's that, a Saturday? I'm not sure what that's because everything else says it's on a Friday. 10th is a Saturday. Oh, I don't do Saturdays, so there's a Group 4 to sign up for. It won't be streamed. It won't be streamed live anyway. But yeah, and there's a Group 4. I do the Amigos on Saturdays. Ooh, Super Touring. G Riches likes that. Here we go then. Here is the race for real. Liam Anfield is on pole with Racer Brown in second. Racer Brown's car is really in the way. Is there a better shot? That's even worse. And there they go. They're racing. They're racing now. That nearly caught me out. So Liam Anfield leads them away in his Alpha with Racer Brown in second. Matt Psycho up into third with Stevie Styler there fourth. Homesick Alien there fifth, trying to find a way around the outside. Liam Anfield holds it with Racer Brown around the outside in that Aston Martin, but Racer Brown's got that nice inside line, and now Racer Brown's under threat from the BMW of Matt Psycho, but Racer Brown maintains it. Oh, Nigel Graham joins the room again. It's mental, that internet thing. So Matt Psycho holding that third with Stevie Styler in fourth. Alpha Not in the Supra in fifth with Homesick Alien now down to sixth. He must have slipped a little bit. G Richards in the Mustang is in seventh. Eighth for Gasman. Ninth there for Guesty. 10th is Kale. And there 11th Little GP already getting past Noxie and Daz. Great stuff there from Little GP. As we continue on, he's got Kale next. Kale's no slouch. And that Chevy looks rather fast in the Group 4 category. Liam Anfield still maintaining that lead from Racer Brown, but Racer Brown is applying all of the pressure that he possibly can. Matt Psycho staying with him in the BMW with Stevie Styler having an absolutely fantastic race in that McLaren. In fourth place, Alpha Not fifth with Homesick Alien there in sixth. It looks like they're all getting themselves into a rhythm. Graham probably getting frustrated now. He keeps saying he's joined and then he's left. Hopefully these guys are not getting distracted by that. There's Gasman in 8th, 9th for Guesty, 10th for Little GP, 11th there for Kale. So Little GP has got ahead of Kale, I apologise. Little GP managing to get ahead of that Chevy. There's nothing stopping him in this BMW. He is absolutely on fire. And Racer Brown has got in front of, oh my word, I'm missing everything, sorry guys. So there we see Liam Anfield, Racer Brown side by side. They're coming down to the first corner. Racer Brown just slightly ahead, and he does it in the Aston Martin with pure grunt. He gets past Liam Anfield. So Racer Brown now the leader of this race with Liam Anfield, the reigning champion, down in second. Matt Psycho in third place, but now Matt Psycho is under pressure from Stevie Styler, Alpha Knight and Homesick Alien. They're all forming an orderly queue behind the BMW. That BMW is starting to feel quite a bit of pressure. So if we get on board with the Alien, we can have a ring C of this fight up ahead. Niall Graham continuously still trying to join the room. It's a real struggle for him. We're sat on board 6th place, Homesick Alien, the Mercedes-Benz. We have G Ritchie's just a second behind us. He's ahead of Gasman. Oh, we're having a little bit of a nerf here. Wow, I don't know what happened there between the BMW and Stevie Styler in fourth as they came up to the last corner. Oh, I don't know. I just think Stevie Styler caught his braking out. So did Alpha and Homesick Alien. They've all had to wait for each other. That's a real shame for those guys. It's got to be said. There's Stevie Styler in 11th. He was having a great race as well. Racer Brown leading from Liam Anfield. Matt Psycho in third place. He only just got missed. I think he felt the nudge from Stevie Styler, but he managed to continue on. Homesick Alien managed to continue on also in fourth. Great for the Mercedes driver here, but he has got G Ritchie's in the Mustang with his wipers on, keeping that view clear for G Ritchie's in his Mustang, lining up the Mercedes. He's got Gasman in his Lexus, really close for company, and there Guesty behind the Lexus, and Little's GP is up into 8th position already. Unbelievable stuff. He's got the fastest lap with a 1:28.1, and there it looks like Guesty says go on, I'm not fussed. Guesty moving out the way for the Beamer. Oh, they go side by side in the last corner though. But Little's GP continues on. He's down into, he's there in 8th, ahead of Guesty, but Kale's caught him right up now. Noxie down in 10th with Stevie Styler. Oh yeah, Stevie Styler dropped down in the 11th, and so did Alpha in 12th. Now he's got his hands full with Daz in the Jag. So in the chat is G Richie's remind me after the race, please. Jam says 10th is the Saturday. Yeah, I can't really do Saturdays. Mika Wivery, OMG, I completely forgot about this. Was busy doing Rally Legends practice. So, Racer Brown leading from Liam Anfield. Matt Psycho a second behind them. Homesick Alien maintained that fourth. He's only 2.4 seconds behind Matt Psycho now. And he's pulled out nearly a second on G Ritchie's. But G Ritchie's has got his hands full with Gazman in his Lexus. Watch out, ladies. He's got a Lexus. Wow, that hot beverage just hit the spot perfectly then. We've got 9 minutes left of racing. Whilst we're on board with Gazman, he's got Guesty just behind him, so Little's GP still not got any better than 8th so far in this race. We thought he'd already got past Little's GP, but he did not manage it. So up ahead, Racer Brown still half a second ahead of Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield, who's got the better car at the moment. We saw those Aston Martins, they go off quickly. Their front tyres get worn and their understeer is real. So from last week we remember the Aston Martins dropping off rather quick, and that looks like what's happening for Racer Brown right now. Did a 27.9 on lap 3, a 28.3 the last time around, but it looks like Liam Anfield with the fresher looking tyres is starting to come at the Aston Martin now. He did a 28.0 his last time around. He's sliding the Alpha around, but Racer Brown lost the back end. He's lost it again. Oh my words. Racer Brown trying to keep his car under control. He's got Matt Psycho coming up behind him now. Matt Psycho, he can smell blood. He fancies this. He's going to get this second spot from Racer Brown if Racer Brown's not careful. Those tyres starting to go, and we've still got just under 8 minutes left of this race to go. Homesick Alien still 3 seconds adrift of that battle, but Gazman has got himself ahead of G Ritchie's. So Gazman on his way. G Ritchie's feeling the understeer also in his Mustang, another car that likes to rip the front of its tyres away. Little's GP has got done away with Guesty now. With Guesty, we assume struggling with the same problem as his teammate, understeer. But Racer Brown still maintaining that second spot from the BMW of Matt Psycho. Homesick Alien in fourth. Is he creeping closer? It looks about similar, 2.7 seconds. Matt Psycho did a 28.9 his last time around, and so did the Alien. Racer Brown doing a 30.3. But he seems to have got on top of his issues now. Liam Anfield not running away with it so far. He did do a 27.9 the last time around. Racer Brown's got the fastest with a 27.966. So my word, that was 4 thousandths off the fastest lap did Liam do last time around. Racer Brown in second. Matt Psycho 6/10 behind him. Tantalising. If he can just be patient, I'm sure the Aston Martin will bullet it itself. And its front end, I mean, it'll just rip its front tyres apart. And Matt Psycho should be able to just cruise by. In the chat, David Bunting saying Racer Brown, check a flag, Guesty, check a flag, check a flag. Checka. And so sat on board with P3, Matt Psycho. They are pulling away from the Alien, only by tenths, but the Alien still looks like he's got clean air for now. No one behind him. All good in the hood. So let's have a look through. Liam Anfield is leading the way. 6 minutes to go. They're on lap 7 at the moment. Liam Anfield getting the fastest lap the last time around. It's all in his hands. It's his to throw away. Racer Brown struggling with understeer. The front tyres starting to not feel the grip like he would like them to. And he's got a Matt Psycho a very close in third for company. But Racer Brown, he's an elite driver. He'll know what to do. He'll know how to defend. Homesick Alien having a fairly quiet race in fourth, with 3.3 seconds behind the battle ahead of him. I imagine he wishes them to get really into it so he can catch up with them. And Gazman dropping to 3.2 seconds behind the Alien. Gazman in the Lexus. Oh my lord, it's all happening here with G Ritchie's, Gazman and Little's GP. We saw it moved ahead of Guesty. And as they've got Gasman and G Ritchie's fighting for position, Gasman just ahead in 5th, and there's G Ritchie's, and there's a Little's GP. Little's GP wants to get past these guys, he's willing it to happen, and Guesty just behind these guys with the Chevy of Kale in 9th. And he's just trying, but the Guesty, Gasman and G Ritchie's, oh, there goes Little GP, he's gone down the inside of G Ritchie's, and G Ritchie's then loses it to Guesty as well. Cheeky little Guesty. Guesty saw an opportunity there, followed Little's GP through, and G Ritchie's was left there out in the cold, and now he's got Kale all up in his back end, trying to ask some questions of what's going on there. So Gasman leads this little race from Little GP. Guesty in 7th. G Ritchie's just trying to defend Kale off, and Kale is trying to find a space to get past Noxie, only 2.3 seconds behind this battle. Stevie Styler in 11th, Alpha Not there in 12th, and Daz in 13th. Liam Anfield 5-second lead on Racer Brown. Racer Brown though, I was going to say he's not got Matt Psycho so close to him, but Matt Psycho not that far behind, but Matt Psycho's tyres starting to look like they're feeling it. Not as much as Racer Brown's though, so this is going to go all the way till the last lap, these two. There is Hunter-Galian still pulling away from Gasman. That battle, Lil's GP is now up into 6th. G Ritchie's has moved ahead of Guesty. This is all big, oh my word. Guesty's dropped down to 9th, has he though? Kale trying to get past him. They're side by side going into that corner, and Kale lifts and gives Guesty the line. And all the time they're fighting, and Noxie getting closer and closer. He's nearly 3 seconds behind this battle. Now he's within a second of it, and Stevie Styler's not that far behind either. He's thinking, carry on boys, keep it up, keep it up. So it looks like now Little's GP has got past Gasman there in his BMW. Brilliant stuff. Oh, poor old I.R. Graham still trying to get in and out of the room. Gasman doing all he can to harry Little's GP into a mistake, but Little's GP, he knows that Beamer inside and out. Gasman then sitting in 6th place ahead of G Ritchie's. G Ritchie's having a great race in that Mustang. Guesty still trying to defend from Kale. Kale giving it Billy Big Balls. He knows he can get past that Aston. The Aston's starting to really hurt his tyres, and Kale's tyres look absolutely fine at the moment. We've got just over 2 minutes of racing, and oh, there goes Kale going for that inside line. Has he managed it? No, the Aston Martin's still there, and Guesty has joined them. No, Guesty is there. Noxie, I mean. Kale losing it on the outside of the corner. The Chevrolet getting absolutely wild. Guesty there in the Aston Martin. There is Noxie. He's been catching them, and now he's caught them, and he's passed Kale. Kale making a big mistake in the corkscrew, dropping down to 10th behind Guesty, and Noxie 8th and 9th in the lead then. Liam Anfield, 1.5 minutes to go. He might even get another lap after this one if he goes fast enough. He's got 7.5 seconds on Racer Brown. Racer Brown not been any more than a second ahead of Matt Psycho since his small mistake, but he's managed to stay ahead. Those front tyres though absolutely burnt out. Looks like he's tiptoeing around now. He'll be hoping this is his last lap. Matt Psycho in a similar condition with that front and right tyre. It's not looking well. Matt Psycho did a 29.5 his last time around. Racer Brown at 29.6. Their pace is similar to each other. Hunter-Galian 5 seconds behind him. Oh, his front right tyre is not looking healthy at all. And Lil's GP, his tyres are looking a bit better, but the man is driving like a dude possessed, so Hunter-Galian cannot count on that 4th position just yet, as he's got Lil's GP closing in at a rate of knots. 30 seconds left of this race. Gasman in 6th, G Richards is in 7th, Guesty is in 8th, Noxie not far behind in 9th, Stevie Styler managing to catch Kale as well and getting an extra position. Kale there in his Chevy, still looming large in the McLaren though. It's not all done and dusted for these guys. We've got 15 seconds of racing. There's Alphanut in 12th with Daz in 13th. So the leader, he's already crossed the line. Here comes the next two, Racer Brown and Matt Psycho. They're going to have to go again. Homesick Alien, oh, 1 second, and he does it. Yes, he does it. He maintains 4th from Little GP. The timer was on Homesick Alien's side. Gasman in 6th. G Ritchie's finishing in 7th. Guesty finishing in ahead of Noxie in 8th. Noxie a great 9th. Stevie Styler 10th ahead of Kale in the end. Oh, Kale was there. He lost it in the corkscrew a little bit. There is Alpha Nut in 12th. He went out early on. I suppose we'll see that in, I imagine we should see that in the incidents. In the steward's room. Sorry, there's Daz. It's not quite finished yet, but Liam Anfield, yeah, Daz is ahead. Daz has had a rough race, and he's not getting on with that Jaguar, it would seem. Here he comes to cross the line in 13th. Points are points though, doesn't matter how you get them. And there you go, Daz. Job done. Liam Anfield, Racer Brown, Racer Brown and Matt Psycho having a big finale, trying to make a big ending out of it. Liam Anfield goes across the line in 1st place. Congratulations, Liam Anfield, winner of the sprint. And here we go, Racer Brown and Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho showing ahead. Matt Psycho looks like he's going to get that 2nd spot in the end. He got the better drive out of the corner, and it's Matt Psycho from Racer Brown, only a 10th in it between them. So Liam Anfield takes the win with Matt Psycho in 2nd and Racer Brown taking the final podium step. Take a boo, my son. Brilliant stuff. Well done to our reigning champion. He has finally got it onto the top spot. Pole position, fastest lap, did that say, and race win. Taking full points so far. And then we got in the chat, Pat saying hi back. Oh, I'll take you to the results, don't I? Sorry. I got carried away with myself. So, Liam Anfield, Matt Psycho, and Racer Brown, your podium sitters, spraying their champagne around. Homesick Alien managing to maintain that 4th. We thought it was foregone conclusion that Little GP was going to bear down on him and get that position, but no. In the end, Homesick Alien, I think the timer helped him out more than anything. Managing to maintain 4th. Great points for Mercedes there, and Homesick in his championship contention. Little's GP managing to get it up to 5th from the back. An absolutely gallant race from Little's GP. 6th was Gasman in the Lexus. G Richards in the Mustang, 7th. He held himself really well there, racing in the group. Hang on. Excuse me. Wow, that's been building all the way from me reading the first part of this table, and it's just been doing my head in. I'm so pleased it's out now, and I shared it with you guys. So G Richards 7th. He was absolutely battling all the way. 8th for Guesty in the Aston Martin, and Noxie in the Lexus, managing 9th. Stevie Styler pulling it back to 10th after the first lap incident. 11th for Kale. Oh, Kale was up there fighting G Ritchie's, Gasman, Guesty, but he lost it in the corkscrew, leaving him down there in 11th. Alpha Nut we saw having a lap 1 incident. And Daz in 13th. Oh, his Jaguar just didn't look like it was behaving today. In the chat then, Pat says hi back again. Shadow Rider saying heating up. Alan Sight said blasted internet. Graham Cobb saying thingy, can you see me in the lobby now? Oh god, sorry, I don't know how long ago you asked me that. Can you see me? You're there at the top. I can see you in the lobby. I don't know about, but you're not entered to be able to see your car. Jam, amazing last corner there. It was, and Noxie saying, Graham, you're showing on mine. Yeah, you're showing up in the lobby. Can see you, but I don't know. You got to enter and go around in a car, and then we can see you in a car. How long have we got until race start? Because I've got half a fag I could get on with. Cheers, Racer Brown. I wonder if my lovely wife will make me a latte. No, she's busy. Usually she's an amazing wife. Tonight she failed. She washed up, so that more than makes up for it. I'd rather make a latte than wash up. So as we let the competitors get themselves into their Group 3 cars, we will Oh yeah, big congratulations to Liam Anfield. I did say that though. So yeah, we can see people we need to see. We just need people to enter now. Daz has entered. That means there's someone to watch. That means I can... No, Daz, go round in circles. G Richards says he messed up the corkscrew on last lap. Great racing, G Richards. Absolutely loved it, man. Absolutely ferocious. There we can see some idea of some of the people's strategies. Looks like Nonxie's going in on the super softs with Daz and Alpha looking like they like the softs. That sunset is absolutely dreamy. Going 9:53 people, 9:53. That gives us 7 minutes. That's all I need to make to finish off a fag and make a latte, a warm beverage. I don't say what the name of it is. Well, I don't say the name of the energy drink, but latte makes me sound like a hipster, so I don't like to say that either. I just say a warm beverage. Pat saying, got to go again. Race starting. Good luck, Pat. Well done on the sprint race, whatever you did. We'll be watching that tomorrow. Oh, people have gone out on track. Where are you people? There you go. We're going to watch Stevie Styler. Oh, interesting pit lane. Don't forget, they're going to be pitting. They have to use 2 compounds. Super softs or mediums. I doubt we'll see mediums, but we'll never know. And yes, you watch Stevie Styler master that McLaren around here at Laguna Seca. It's round 5 for the GTMC Series 4. This time it's personal. I'll catch you in a minute. what you guys have just enjoyed there is what my wife just told me her favourite part of the stream. She said the bit in between races when you shut up is got to be the best part. So there you go. And she gets it live. I mean, she gets to see the live show with me sat here bouncing around on my chair when people start overtaking people. But no, not impressed. Oh well. Apparently it was bad enough when I just played them. Now I talk about them, it's slightly irritating. And she's gone upstairs to watch Criminal Minds. So Little GP, back with a bang. Oh, we're going to have the draw, aren't we? I wonder if they've had a draw yet. Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see if there's been a draw. If there's been a draw, no, Facebook isn't Discord. If there's been a draw, where would it be? I was random draw. Oh, I get to watch the video. Let's see before they say. Right. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. Oh, 13, 10, 11. 11's your number. So the grid will be reversed from position 11. So whoever finished in 11th, man alive, how am I meant to remember? Yeah, the grid will be reversed from 11th spot. So 11th will now be pole. And I think in lobby 2, well, last time, I'm sure there was only 9 of them, so it'll be a total reverse in lobby 2. In this lobby, we had, what, 12 runners? Graham wasn't there, I think, or was it 13? Yeah, 13 runners. Who finished right at the back? Who finished? Daz in the Jag. Daz in the Jag finished last. And then I think Alpha was ahead of him. So he would have been 13th, 12th. Who was ahead? Stevie Styler finished in 10th. Ooh, so I think it's going to be the Chevy of Kale. Look at that. See? It was simple, Watson. I just merely deducted the facts that led me to the results. So, saying ready. Oh, did he say 9:53? Oh, I wish I'd picked up on that bad boy. I didn't even notice he'd said the wrong time. I would have been, yeah. I'm going for a bath, a pedicure, a ciggy. I might even do the rabbit's hutches because they stink, I noticed, when I was out there. I'm going to be doing that after this broadcast, if anyone's wondering what I'll be doing, what wonderful thing I'll be doing as soon as the racing stopped. So I'm going to go and make a rabbit toilet. Alfie in the chat saying how long till start? It's just about to, I believe. There you go. Now it was a 9:53 start, but a 9:53, yeah, 8:53 start, but it's 2 minutes delayed. There you go, Kale. Oh, it's a rolling start as well, I forgot to tell you, because I remembered that. Kale on pole, Stevie Styler second, Noxie third, Guesty, and that's as far as I got, but we'll see when they start going anyway. So there we go. Kale on pole, Stevie Styler second, Noxie third, Guesty fourth, G Richie's fifth, Gazman sixth, Little GP seventh, Homesick Alien in eighth, ninth for Racer Brown, 10th for Matt Psycho, 11th for Liam Anfield, 12th for Alpha Nut, Daz in 13th, and I.R. Graham put to the back. And we watch as the Chevy crosses the line. He's on his racing softs, and here they go for 40 minutes of racing here at Laguna Seca for round 5 of the GTMC Season 4. This time it's personal. So Stevie Styler there, he's having to defend early from Noxie. Looks like Noxie's got a jump on that McLaren early doors. He's on the softs, the McLaren's on the softs also, top 3 on soft tyres. Noxie looking like he's getting a little bit wild out of that corner. He got a shake on. Oh, that was a lovely camera for a while. And Guesty is closing in on Noxie now. We saw him battling in race 1, and they're continuing that fight at the front end of the pack. G Richie's in his Mustang. What's he going to be able to do in this race? He's also on the racing soft. Guesty's on the super soft. Yes, so Guesty, the top super soft runner at this point in the race. Kale's still leading. Looks like Guesty's looking racy with Noxie through the corkscrew. Is he going to be able to get him before the end of this lap? This works for Stevie Styler, because Noxie looked like he was a bit faster than Stevie Styler in the beginning. And now where he's having to defend from a very fast Guesty. He's giving Stevie Styler, and there goes Guest. He's gone for a late one, but he's outbraked himself. He's gone off the track. Can he get back on and move in again before all the guys catch him up? He's gone out in front of Gasman. Gasman won't appreciate that. He say, cheers, bud. But, I mean, he wasn't really an off. To tell you the truth, he just went very wide. I don't think that was a bad redress, honestly, because he didn't really go off. Well, he went off, but he was getting back on the track as soon as he was off. It's a tricky one, and now Gasman looks like he's lost the back end of his car. Guesty moving back ahead of him, and Homesick Alien, I think, straightened Gasman now. I think Gasman started to spin, and now he's getting a little nudge from behind from Racer Brown. My word, it's all happening down here. Racer Brown in 9th with Gasman in 8th, and Homesick Alien up into 7th now, chasing down Guesty after Gasman had just the smallest of wiggles on. He's coming back at the Alien though in the Mercedes. He's around the outside. That's not going to work for you. And there, Homesick Alien, he looks like he's going to lose the position to Racer Brown now, because Racer Brown's up the inside of the Lexus, and now Gasman is in 9th spot, but he's coming back at the Aston Martin. So they're just absolutely racing it out down through the track. The corkscrew now, has he got it? He went in with a really tricky angle, but he's got through. The Aston Martin carrying a bit more pace out of the corkscrew and down the final part of the track. Kale still leading from Stevie Styler. G Ritchie's is up into 3rd. G Ritchie's is up into 3rd now. G Ritchie's with Little GP up into 4th. Noxie and Guesty, they're down a little bit. I doubt we'll see it. It's probably happened too long ago. No, they're already well. Guesty down into 6th, Noxie 5th. So we missed what happened between those two, but it seems like they've dropped down the order a bit. So Kale 1.9 seconds ahead of Stevie Styler. Stevie Styler's 2 seconds ahead of the Mustang of G Ritchie's. There's Little GP in the BMW. Noxie there in 5th ahead of Guesty. Homesick Alien still in that 7th. Gasman's dropped away a little bit. Racer Brown still all over Gasman's business, trying to get up and at him. Matt Psycho in the BMW in 10th place. Is there going to be some fuel saving out there? We saw Liam Anfield last week in the lead. He tried to fuel save, just do one stop. It didn't quite work for him. And behind him there's a real tussle between Alpha Nut and IR Graham. And they're really fighting it out now for 12th and 13th. Daz has lost about 10 seconds to this little battle here. And Alpha Nut is the super between an Alpha sandwich at the moment. Alpha Nut is the innards of an Alpha sandwich. Very good. I didn't even do that on purpose. It was an accident. It wasn't even good. Sorry. So, IR Graham, shall we sit on board with the Alpha driver as he tries to find a way to get past the Supra in front of him, but we know the Toyota Rava is fast. Alpha going a bit of defending driving right now, and here comes IR Graham looking to get past that Toyota, with the Toyota, like I said, is fast in a straight line, and the Alpha just can't get, he hasn't got the grunt to get past. He's going to have to do it with a clever braking maneuver like that. And he got through, but is it enough? Because here comes the Toyota. Toyota's back up the inside of him now. Oh, I think he might have let him past. Maybe he thought that was a bit rough. Maybe he thought that was a little bit too bumpy. Kale's still leading, but 1.3 seconds. He's lost a bit of time to Stevie Styler. Last time around he did a 22.498. Stevie Styler doing a 22.072, but it's even closer now. I think Kale must have made a small mistake just as we cut away from him, because it's less than a second from the McLaren. The McLaren on an absolute roll now, 2.1 seconds ahead of the BMW. The BMW's got the fastest lap with a 21.172 on lap 2, and he's getting purples now. G Ritchie's down into 4th, 1.5 seconds behind the BMW, 2.6 seconds ahead of Noxie in the Lexus. Noxie's got ahead of Guesty, I believe. Oh no, they were already that way round, sorry. And now Homesick Alien catching up with the Aston Martin. He's got Gasman and Racer Brown, they're all still there. And looks like Guesty's pulled off the racing line. Noxie pulled off the racing line for some reason. And Guesty has moved up in, I don't know, actually. I'm getting confused again. I'm sure Noxie was ahead of Guesty. It looked like Noxie had pulled off, so maybe Noxie felt he'd done something to Guesty, gave him the spot back. Homesick Alien in 7th spot now. Gasman in 8th. And Racer Brown in 9th. Matt Psycho's not catching these guys up. 4 seconds behind them. He did a 24.5 his last time around. Racer Brown 22. So what's he on? He's on Racing Soft. Race Brown's on the Super Softs. Gasman's on the Softs, but it looks like they're doing 2 seconds or so faster. Noxie's on the Softs. He's all over the back of Guesty, looking for a way past. And there's some movement up here. Little GG's. Little GP has caught up Stevie Styler, and he's got past Stevie Styler, but I'm not... Oh, Stevie Styler's lost it. He's lost the car. I'm going to have a quick look at the overtake maneuver. We only caught the end of it. See if we can get... So Little's GP. Oh, Kale had lost position. Oh, and Stevie Styler had lost. Oh, I see. So Stevie Styler was trying to make a move on Kale, but his McLaren was all sorts of sideways, and Little's GP moved up into second spot, and I reckon by the time we cut back, he's going to be leading. No, not quite. There we go. The Chevy still leading the way with the BMW in second spot, 3/10 behind. G Ritchie's moving up into that third place with Guesty. Oh my lord, Stevie really has dropped off the face of the world. Noxie in sixth, Gasman up in seventh, Racer Brown, and then there is Stevie Styler 1 second behind eighth place and 2 seconds ahead of the other BMW of Matt Psycho. Liam Anfield there is 11th. Alpha still ahead of IR Graham. IR Graham 7/10 behind. Alpha not with Daz now 12 seconds. He's really not enjoying that Jaguar, it would seem, or this track, one or the other. Little GP is now leading. He's leading already. Oh no, there's why. Kale has chucked it off the road. His Chevy has let him down in the grip department. And oh my lord, did Homesick Alien have to really avoid? Because it looked like Homesick Alien was off the road a bit there. And he's lost a position to Guesty and Noxie. I don't know. Let's have a quick look. Where is Homesick? Homesick is in fifth. No, I don't think... Oh, yeah, Homesick was way off the road. Don't know if that was an avoiding move. Why do we keep moving from Homesick Alien? Homesick Alien 6th. There you go, 6th place. Wasting all these replays, aren't I? So, Lil GP is leading by 4.6 seconds. G Ritchie's up into second place. Guesty up into third. Gasman 4th, fighting Noxie now. Teammates fighting each other out there. Crazy stuff. There's Racer Brown in 6th. Homesick Alien is in 7th. Matt Psycho is up into 8th. Kale fell to 9th. Liam Anfield in 10th. We've lost Stevie again. 11th there for Alphanot with IR Graham getting frustrated behind the Toyota. Stevie Styler is down into 13th now, and he hasn't pitted or anything. So, and there is Daz in 14th spot. So Little GP, he's going to run away with it now. Look, 6.6 seconds ahead of the Ford Mustang of G Ritchie's. G Ritchie's having an absolute phenomenal race. Half a tank of fuel. He's on those softs. Don't do what Kale did. Oh, he just saves that Mustang. But Guesty in the Aston Martin is come to life on those super soft tyres, up into a podium position. And oh my lord, G Ritchie's drops it in the corkscrew. Oh my lord, he goes across the track. Got to be careful with that, my friend. So Little GP's BMW leading from Guesty in second now for Aston Martin. Gasman up into third. Racer Brown up into fourth place. G Ritchie's is gathered it up and he's holding fifth ahead of Matt Psycho in sixth. Noxie in seventh, having a look at Matt Psycho. And behind him you've got Kale going absolutely sideways. These cars are flying around all over the place. Homesick Alien in 9th. Liam Anfield 10th. IR Graham finally getting past Alphanot there for 11th. Alphanot in 12th with Stevie Styler in 13th place. And Daz there in 14th. My word, what a race. BMW leading from Aston Martin, from Lexus. From Aston Martin. That Aston Martin looks like he's catching that Lexus up pretty quick. And G Ritchie's, the Ford Mustang, is down there in fifth. Let's get on board with Racer Brown as he makes the move. They're side by side, but the Mazda's got the Lexus, has got the inside line. Let me take a sip of my drink. Freaking hell. We're on lap 8, only 10.5 minutes into this race so far. 40 minutes of racing we've got ahead of us. And man alive, we've had some racing already. And there you see Gasman and Racer Brown fighting it out for the final podium position. This helps Guesty. Well, they're only a second behind Guesty. Guesty did a 23.3 his last time around. Gasman doing a 23.5. and Racer Brown doing a 23.4. We've got G Richards there in 5th, just ahead of Matt Psycho in the BMW. We got Noxie in 7th with Kale in 8th. Homesick Alien in 9th with the 2 Alphas, Liam Anfield and IR Graham in 10th and 11th. Alpha Nut in 12th ahead of Stevie Styler, and no one has pitted yet. We're doing okay with the fuel, just under half a tank of fuel for these guys. So they could just do a 1-stop possibly, but those super soft tyres, I don't know if they'll make it all the way. Guesty there. He's on the super softs. They seem to be doing okay for him so far. At the 12-minute mark in this race, Lil GP, he's used his tyres up quite a bit. He's really been pummeling in the lap times. He's 12.3 seconds ahead of the field. He's absolutely blown them away today. Guesty, though, there's been a lot of action behind to slow these guys down. So Gazman there in 3rd place. He's in the middle of an Aston Martin sandwich right now. Racer Brown doing all he can to catch him up. The oven's beeping, give me a sec. So there we saw Racer Brown get past. I didn't. I was shouting up the stairs about what to do with the oven because it's beeping. It's got cakes in it. And if you turn the beeper off, the oven comes back on. But I don't want to ruin her cakes, so I didn't know what to do. I suppose take the cakes out and then press the alarm. But I think she daren't let me be in charge of her cakes, so she's going to come down and have a look. There you go, the drama's in Thingamajig's house. So a Little GP leading the way, 13.5 seconds ahead of the Aston Martin. His teammate Racer Brown just behind. Gazman there in 4th place with Matt Psycho in the BMW in 5th ahead of G Ritchie's. G Ritchie's now, he looks like he's struggling with grip, tyre wear, everything's going out, and whoa, IR Graham really threw that. Oh, no, it wasn't IR Graham, it was Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield really threw that off the road then. That was some crazy stuff. Oh, I think he just lost it on the curbs, and whoa, what a great catch though. Didn't even hit the barrier. Well done, Liam Anfield. Going off in style, my friend. So, whoa, what a race they're having down here. So there is Liam Anfield in 9th, and there's Matt Psycho, first one to pit it seems, and they're all starting to do it now. So Lil's GP, he hasn't pitted, he's out there on his 11th lap. Guesty, he stayed out on his 11th lap also. Racer Brown continuing on just behind his teammate. Gazman not far behind them, only by 7/10, nearly a second now. There is IR Graham up into 5th place so far. Homesick Alien stuck at it out there in 6th. G Ritchie's, he stayed out there even though his tyres look like they're absolutely mentally done. We're about 14 and a half minutes at this point. Noxie there, he stayed out in 8th, and there we see the pit stoppers. Liam Anfield joining again. Where else have we got? G Ritchie's didn't pit. Noxie didn't pit. So Kale, the first of the pit stoppers, are back out there in 9th. We pitted the lap before, it seems. And we got the rest of them coming out onto the track. Liam Anfield's. Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho's the first of the pit stoppers out there. 9th, Little GP has come in now. 10th for Liam Anfield after the pit stops. He's put the super softs on, as have Matt Psycho. Stevie Styler also putting those super softs on. Kale has put the super softs on, and Alpha Nut also, he's put the softs on. So Alpha Nut probably doing another stop before the end of this race. And there is Daz, he's put the super softs on. So Guesty now leading. And his teammate very close. It's very close here. They don't want to cost each other time, and they don't want to take each other out. It's gonna be, it's very nice, very good stuff there from car 86 and car 85. Oh wow, they've got matching numbers. I'd never noticed. That's brilliant stuff. So Guesty and Racer Brown put duking it out on the track. Racer Brown's really looked after those tyres, or did he pit? It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's been on those super softs ever since the beginning, and he's looked after them well. Guesty, he looks like he's ready for a set of tyres. Gazman is a little bit less wear than the bloke ahead of him, Guesty. Lil GP, he's just been in, he's spanked on some brand new super softs. He's put in just over half a tank of fuel, which isn't enough to get to the end of the race for real. So Alan Sight saying great, with Noxie there in 5th, still yet to pit. So Matt Psycho, only 7 seconds behind him, has pitted. He's put the super softs on, so he's definitely going to move up behind his teammate, and his teammate is leading this race. It all depends on how the pit stops go for the Aston Martin and the Lexus ahead. There is IR Graham in 7th with a pit stop under his belt. Liam Anfield pitted, he's up into 8th place. We saw him having an absolute huge off. Holmes Galian after his pit stop, he's got the super softs on and he's got the pace on that Alpha and he wants it. So Holmes Galian pushing hard now in 9th place. Stevie Styler in 10th. G Ritchie's down to 11th after his pit stop. 12th for Kale. Alpha Nut in 13th and Daz there in 14th. So what's going to happen with these leaders? Racer Brown is under immense pressure. Those tyres are ready to pop, and there it seems like the Lexus has got a little bit more grip than the Aston Martin. Only just though, he's gone for the outside line and there's just nothing out there, no traction. And Guesty swans back up into 2nd place. This is fantastic racing. Guesty's fuel is just starting to flash. He's made a bit of a mistake there going up the hill, and Gazman's managed to get that 2nd place just before the pit stops. He hasn't got the fuel flashing though, and did he get the corkscrew okay? He's gone quite wide in the corkscrew. And there he comes Guesty. Guesty's got a better run out of the corkscrew, and Gazman, he has to concede the position, and there you go, Guesty up. Whoa, what racing we've got from the Lexus and the Aston Martin here. This all plays into Racer Brown's hands, and we can imagine Guesty going into the pits where Racer Brown continuing on. Is he going to try and make it a one-stop? Can he do it? He's looked after those super softs absolutely amazing. It might be the only way he can beat Little's GP on track. Gazman, he stayed out as well. He's doing real well on his fuel. Little's GP, he might be doing a bit of fuel. No, he did a 120.383 on his first flying lap. So that Beamer absolutely on fire. Noxie still hasn't come into the pitch yet. He's got another lap and then he's going to have to come in. There's Matt Psycho. He's only 3 seconds. We saw he was nearly 7 seconds behind Noxie. He's pulled that into 3 seconds now, but he's got IR Graham hot on his heels with a similar fuel load, similar tyres, or same tyres, and he's only 1.2 seconds behind the BMW. This will be a very interesting race here. 6 seconds down the road is Liam Anfield, and Holmes Galian still harrying that Alpha. He wants to get past, and all the time they're fighting each other. It plays into Stevie Styler's hands. He's catching up, but he doesn't look like he's enjoying that McLaren as much on the super softs as he was on those soft tyres. So we will see. He's got half a tank of fuel. Guesty there in 10th after his pit stop. Seems to have lost a few positions there. We'll see. He's just ahead of G Ritchie's. Racer Brown's come in, and so has Gazman. So Little GP should retake the lead of the race as he comes across the line now. Noxie, he's going to have to come in as well. He's a bit further back. Those guys, can they get back out? It looks like they lose about 10 seconds in a pit stop, it seems. And Racer Brown only just getting to his pit lane, his pit box. Gazman just arriving as well, and Noxie there in 6th. He's only just arriving to his pit box also. Wow, he ran out of fuel virtually. Don't know if that has anything to do with the way they drive down the lane, but that seems awfully slow. I think he'd be there already. So Little's GP is leading from Matt Psycho, 20 seconds. IR Graham there in 3rd, not far behind the BMW. Liam Anfield in 4th, so it's BMW, Alfa Romeo, then Mercedes. That was similar to last week, wasn't it? Something like that. Racer Brown in 6th, coming out the pits ahead of Stevie Styler. So Stevie Styler has jumped up now. The people have pitted. It's a lot better of a race than it was looking. Guesty there in 8th. G Richards in the Mustang in 9th, 10th for Gazman. But we don't know their strategies. We think these guys might be going halfway. Is Racer Brown and Gazman. Kale, he's got just under half a tank of fuel. Alpha 912, 14 seconds adrift from the Chevy. He's just out there having a bit of fun with himself, I imagine. Just trying to get some nice fast laps under his belt. And Noxie in 13th. He's just pitted as well. He's going for the one-stop strategy out there. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, Little GP will have to pit again, as will Matt Psycho. IR Graham also. These top three, they're trying to make hay. Try and get those fast laps in while they can before they pit again. Liam Anfield also pitting. Homesick Alien, we assume, is going to make a second stop. Then Racer Brown, I'm not sure. He might try and make a splash and dash. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get all the way till the end. We saw the Alpha try it last week, the Alfa Romeos, with Liam Anfield trying to make a one-stop work, but just near the end he had to fuel save. There's Stevie Styler, brilliant end-up position after all is said and done, but he has got just under half a tank of fuel and will have to pit again before the end. Guesty, we assume, is going for a half one-stop strategy. G Ritchie's, he's going to have to pit before the end of the race. Gazman, we also think, is trying to go for a one-stop strategy. It's going to be very close there. It's going to be very close as they get to the end of the race. The two-stop guys, I think, will be catching them up very fast on fresher tyres. Similar fuel loads. Oh, there is Kale doing similar to Liam and saving it. Great stuff there, down in 11th. In that Chevy does look like it's an absolute handful. Good luck to him. Well done, Cal. Alpha not there. 16 seconds adrift of the Chevy, and Noxie only 2.3 seconds behind Alpha. So there's some racing to go there with only 17 minutes left of this race. And Lil GP, he's got it all tied up in a bow there. 20 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Well, I don't know what we're thinking a pit stop is. Racer Brown's pit stop was a 58. He does an average of a 23. So wow, that was quite a long pit stop. But he put a lot of fuel in. Remember, the two stoppers won't be putting as much in. So it's hard to say, but at the moment he's 32.6 seconds behind Little's GP. He's done a 22.1 his last time around. He's really catching up the Mercedes and the Alpha in front of him, so that's good stuff, although he really doesn't want anyone slowing him down at this point in the race. Little's GP, he's just out there doing what he does, reeling off those fast laps. 21.4 last time around. He's only got a quarter of a tank of fuel left, and we're into just under 16 minutes remaining of the race. Matt Psycho under quarter of a tank of fuel also. So what is going to work here? The one stop or the two stop? IR Graham, his fuel is depleting rather fast also. These guys all doing a similar pace as each other. 21.4 from Little GP the last time around on lap 17, and Matt Psycho managing a 21.7. IR Graham managing a 22.0. Liam Anfield under immense pressure from Homesick Alien, has been for a good 4 or 5 laps now, probably longer, since the pit stops at least. And Racer Brown catching these guys up. It's going to be a truly interesting race for these guys. And just when will they all do their second stop? When will they pull the trigger on that bad boy? We're sat on board with Homesick Alien in his Mercedes. We've got Racer Brown. Oof. Well, you can hardly see him, so it doesn't matter. If you can't see him, he's not there. Homesick having to go defensive into the corkscrew. It's very tight. He had an Alpha right in front of him. There was not much he could do, but he's managed to maintain that 5th place from Racer Brown. Racer Brown on the move. He really wants to get a move on. He doesn't want to be held up by these guys. He's in a totally different race. There goes Liam Anfield into the pits now. So Liam Anfield pulling the trigger on his pit stop. Homesick Alien deciding to stay out there for a little bit longer, but it's hurting. It's hurting Racer Brown's strategy for sure. But then he can fuel save a little bit, sat behind the Mercedes. He's going for the outside line, but Homesick Alien knows how to defend in a race like this. And Racer Brown will have to come up with something pretty special to catch Homesick Alien out, I am sure. Well, he's going for it now. He's just going to try and sling his car up there, but he just can't do it. That Mercedes doing a fine job. But there comes the Aston Martin. They're side by side, but the Mercedes got the inside line again, asking the Aston Martin to take the longer route around. They're coming uphill to that very fast corner. It's been catching a few people out today, going out wide there, but these two managed to get through it. On board as we're going, breaking into the corkscrew. He'll be hoping the Alien makes a mistake. No mistake. Matt Psycho's back into the pits for his second stop of this race. And so is IR Graham from third. So you'll see Alien and Racer Brown moving up the order, and Racer Brown getting frustrated, I imagine, behind that Mercedes. He wants to make hay. He wants to break down that time between Little's GP. Little's GP is going to come out of the pits ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown makes the move into the first corner ahead of Homesick Alien, and Racer Brown on the fresher tyres just manages to get ahead of the Mercedes. So the order so far: Little's GP, he's out there racing on fumes, trying to get that oh, he's had a bit of an off on his in-lap. How's that cost him? It doesn't look like it's cost him too much. He kept the momentum going. He's going to come into the pits. Racer Brown there, poised to take the lead back over. Only one stopping, we assume. Homesick Alien in third. He's going to have to pop into the pits at the end of this lap. There's Stevie Styler, also a one prone to come into the pits, or ready to come into the pits, should I say. Guesty, another one we think's trying to do a one-stop strategy. Little's GP has come in. Racer Brown, he's some way off of that pit lane. I'm not sure. Little's GP's just got to his pit box. He's got his tyres changed. And then Little's and Racer Brown, he's still not in the final corner. They're fueling up now. And Racer Brown, he's just coming up to the final corner now. We see Homesick Alien and Little's GP, Homesick Alien peeling off. And Little's GP, he's just about moving. He's just about moving. Oh my lord, where is he? I've lost him. There he is. Oh, he's got a weird pit exit. It's a really strange pit exit. We've got to wait for him to come all the way around this corner, and he is going to be in first place, but only by 8/10. There is Racer Brown. Racer Brown just behind him. Half a tank of fuel. Can he do it with 11 minutes left of racing? Little's GP's put another set of super soft tyres on, and it's similar fuel loads. This is the race till the end. It's all about pace. Racer Brown's been managing 22.7s, but he was stuck behind a Homesick Alien, where Little's GP has been doing 20s, 21s. I imagine Racer Brown really wants to get in front of Little's GP to try and frustrate him, because already he's pulled a second out on Racer Brown. Guesty then on his one stop has moved up into third place. He's some 3 seconds ahead of Gazman, who's also on a one stop strategy. Matt Psycho, he's 10 seconds adrift of these guys. He's got a lot of work to do to catch them up in 10.5 minutes. IR Graham, 5.5 seconds behind Matt Psycho in 6th. Alpha Nut there. Oh, Liam Anfield and Alpha Nut fighting it out there. Alpha Nut needs to come into the pits, though. He will be visiting the pits after this. And Liam Anfield up into 7th with Alpha Nut waiting to go into the pits. Noxie in 9th, some 2.8 seconds behind Alpha. And there is Homesick Alien after his pit stop. He's just come out behind Noxie and ahead of Stevie Styler. And what can these two stop boys do? They've got to get real racy before the end of the race. G. Ritchie's 6.2 seconds off Stevie Styler, and he's 8.5 seconds ahead of Kale, who he's pitted. I suppose he's waiting for Alpha to pit and join him back there. So Little's GP 2.4 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. I just don't think that Aston Martin's got it in it today for the BMW. But can we have an Aston Martin double podium? That would be absolutely delicious. Come on, Guesty, keep it calm, keep it calm. You've got the Lexus, some 3 seconds behind you, but you've got Matt Psycho. He was 10 seconds behind Gazman. Now he's only 8.5 seconds. He's really pushing. Did a 21.3 his last time around. Gazman doing a 23.3, so Gazman's got to pick the pace up in that Lexus. He's got to zero in, do some qualifying laps, all the way till the end. 9 minutes left of racing. And Matt Psycho's already cut down 2 seconds. Ira Graham 6 seconds behind Matt Psycho and 10 seconds ahead of his teammate Liam Anfield, the reigning world champion. And Homesick Alien there is... Who was he behind? He was behind Noxie, wasn't he? Well, looks like Noxie must have made a small mistake. He's dropped behind the Alien and Stevie Styler, G Ritchie's in 11th. With Kale now in 12th, 14 seconds ahead of Alphana. And oh, it looks like we lost Daz, I think, in the Jaguar. It wasn't his race today. So Lils GP, the championship leader, some 4 seconds ahead of Racer Brown in the Aston Martin. He's 10 seconds ahead of his teammate Guesty, but Guesty's got to get his head down. Oh, his tyres are hurting. That's the problem with doing a one-stop. Those tyres will hurt. They're hurting a lot more than Gazman's right now. Gazman's got it down to nearly a second gap. Gazman going wild through the corner, sideways, giving it some Tokyo drift. And Guesty's just trying to maintain a nice civil lap time on those old tyres. I don't know. And now Matt Psycho's got it down to 6 seconds. This is the problem with the two stoppers. They're on fresher tyres, a lot more grip. But once you've committed, you've committed. There's nothing they can do. Racer Brown, 4.8 seconds behind Lils GP, 10 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty still maintaining that 1.3 seconds ahead of Gazman. Last time around, Guesty did a 23.6, Gazman did a 23.5, so their lap times aren't that much difference, but Matt Psycho did a 21.6. And now he's got it down to 5 seconds from Gazman. IR Graham, 6 seconds still from Matt Psycho. Liam Anfield, 11 seconds behind his teammate. Homesick Alien, 1.5 seconds behind the Alfa Romeo. And he is pushing. He did a 22.1 his last time around. Liam doing a 22.0. So that's nearly 9/10. The Alien has got the bit between his teeth. He's pushing hard. Noxie in 9th, 3 seconds behind Homesick Alien. He's somehow got ahead of Stevie Styler and G Ritchie. So a bit of action down here. Kale, he's quite a way behind G Ritchie's and only 10 seconds now ahead of Alphana. Alphana on the push, trying to catch up the South African. So what's going on here then? Guesty, oh, he's only 2 tenths ahead of Gazman. Gazman's really pushing now to try and get that podium position, but they've got Matt Psycho absolutely blistering pace, and oh my god, Gazman, the back tyre's letting him down, not giving him the grip he wants. Guesty lives to talk about it another day. Oh, lives to say, I don't know, sing about it another day, whatever the saying is. So Lils GP's leading from a Racer Brown, absolutely stonking race now. Racer Brown 12 seconds ahead of his teammate. His teammate trying to keep hold of it. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left of racing. And Gazman, we saw losing it in the last corner just very slightly. He's regrouped, he's trying to come back at Gazman. Matt Psycho's got that time down to 2.5 seconds from 10 seconds and nearly 2 laps ago. He's got it down to 2.3 seconds in the BMW. IR Graham 6.7 seconds behind Matt Psycho. Liam Anfield, Homesick Alien has caught up Liam Anfield now, and Homesick Alien will be looking to get past for that 7th place. Noxie is 6 seconds behind Homesick Alien, only 1.5 seconds ahead of Stevie Styler. G Ritchie's in 11th, 12th for Kale, and 13th for Alphana. So this is the battle we're looking at. Gazman on Guesty, Lexus on Aston Martin, with that BMW looming large in the background. And they go around for another lap. And Guesty's tyres must be absolutely screaming out. They are. Poor Guesty. Just got to try and make those tyres last somehow, some way. Gazman was thinking about that inside line and thought better of it. He's going to have to get defensive very soon, as we see Matt Psycho homing in on these two one-stoppers whilst they're nursing their tyres. We have Matt Psycho on an absolutely brand new spanking pair of super softs. He just cut down a 10-second deficit in 3 laps, and he's just driving past, absolutely driving past. Oh, a little bit. I mean, these guys have to brake early. Matt Psycho, they've got no tyres left on them carcasses, and you might find in the corners they are going to be braking very early. So Matt Psycho up into 4th so far. Guesty there in 3rd, still maintaining that 3rd though. 3.5 minutes to go, but it's not looking good for him unless Matt Psycho makes a mistake. Matt Psycho's in a better position to take that podium away from Guesty in the last 3 minutes of the race, but Guesty's doing everything he can to make it difficult for Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho can't find a way past the Aston Martin. Has he done it again? Oh, Guesty's off, and so is Matt Psycho. That puts Gasman in his Lexus up into 3rd. Matt Psycho there 4th. Oh no, all sorts of shenanigans happening there. So I.R. Graham moving up into 4th place with Guesty there. He's finally got going in 5th, but his fuel's flashing. That's not going to make it all the way to the end. There's Matt Psycho. He's getting going again as well. My words. It looked like Matt Psycho, I don't know, I can't even guess. It looked like Matt Psycho had given Guesty a small tap up the rear into the final corner, and then you saw Guesty was off, and then Matt Psycho was off as well, and then further down it looked like Guesty trying to get back on the road, I don't know, spun his car and hit Matt Psycho, and that gave Gasman that podium position. 3.5 seconds from I.R. Graham. I.R. Graham doing a 22.1 the last time around in his Alfa Romeo. Gasman 26.0 because his tyres are absolutely done, and we've got 2 minutes left of racing. Lil's GP 11.8 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown, he's looked after them tyres extremely well, and his fuel. Less than 2 minutes with Gasman there in 3rd. He's having to think about lifting. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of I.R. Graham, but I.R. Graham's fuel is worse than Gasman's, so Gasman's not going to be too worried. There's Guesty. Oh, what happened? Guesty must have had a huge off and been put back on the track again, and he's down into 13th. Oh, he's pitted. Oh, I think he's had a pit glitch, has he? Has he tried to drive back and go into the pits, and it's put him out on the track? I think that's not going to let you pit now, Guesty, but this will be the last lap anyway. What an unfortunate race for Guesty, really. So Little's GP there in 1st with Racer Brown. This isn't going to be the final lap though. I think Little's GP is going to get another lap out of this race. There's Racer Brown in 2nd with Gasman in 3rd, 2.6 seconds ahead of I.R. Graham. I don't think there's enough time for I.R. Graham to catch him up, and I.R. Graham's fuel is flashing, as is Gasman's. Matt Psycho, 5th place. He would have wanted better, higher out of it. Liam Anfield in 6th, still got that alien, that pesky alien, didn't move away from him at all. Stevie Styler in 8th, ahead of G. Ritchie's. Noxie in 10th. 11th for Kale, Alphanut in 12th, and Guesty having that unfortunate end. I think if you try and reverse up or turn around and go in the pits, it just doesn't let you do it. The time's still got 16 seconds on it. Little GP's got past the line. All of these, I.R. Graham's just about to cross the line with 8 seconds to go. Matt Psycho's coming across the line. He's still got 3 seconds, 1 second. So he's finished. There you go. Matt Psycho in 5th. Liam Anfield finishing 6th ahead of Homesick Alien. What a battle them two had. 7th for Homesick Alien. Stevie Styler bringing it home in 8th place for McLaren. Great job there for Stevie Styler. G. Ritchie's in the Mustang coming home in 9th place. Great stuff. Noxie in 10th position, coming around now to grab 10th spot, top 10. It's not bad stuff here. Kale a little bit off that, 12 seconds. Let's have a look where Little's GP's just about to cross the line. Congratulations, that's a double win, isn't it? Great stuff, Little's GP. Racer Brown, he's got, oh yeah, he's got loads of time before Gasman. There he goes, lapping his teammate who's run out of fuel. And there you go. He crosses the line to take a second spot. Brilliant stuff from Racer Brown. There's Gasman. 3 seconds ahead of IR Graham. But IR Graham, oh, it doesn't matter because Matt Psycho's already crossed the line. But here he comes, Gasman, to round out the podium in his Lexus. Fantastic stuff. Take a boo, my son. Gasman in third and IR Graham taking fourth. Matt Psycho fifth. Liam Anfield in sixth. Home sixth, seventh. Stevie Style eighth. G Richards ninth. I'll take you to the proper screen. But there you go. Little GPs takes the victory and the fastest lap. Congratulations. Brilliant stuff. So, to the race results. Whoo-wee, that was a race and a half, wasn't it? So Little's GP took your win with a 2-stop strategy ahead of Racer Brown's 1-stop strategy. Racer Brown just didn't have the tyres. He needed to be ahead of Little's GP after Little GP's second pit stop. But it was very close and it got him up onto the podium for Racer Brown in a second spot. So cracking stuff. Gasman, he stuck it in there. I mean, there's no look about it. He was there. He was always there. Racing with Matt Psycho and Guesty. And when Guesty and Matt Psycho had a little issue together, Gasman moved up into third spot. And he defended that third spot. And he kept that third spot. So great stuff there from the top three. Take a boo, my son. Graham fought his way from last position up into fourth place. Great stuff there from IR Graham in his Alfa Romeo. Matt Psycho could have had a podium. Could have had a podium in a good position. But finally finishes in fifth place. Liam Anfield in sixth in the Alfa Romeo. We saw him have the biggest off and catch. Great stuff. Seventh for Homesick Alien. Dogged Liam Anfield all the way till the end of the race, trying to get that sixth possession, but it just was not quite there. The Mercedes just didn't quite have it on the Alpha today. Stevie Styler, a great 8th place for McLaren. G Richards 9th for Mustang. Noxie in 10th for Lexus. Kale 11th for the Chevy Corvette. Alpha not finishing in 12th in the Toyota Supra. Guesty in 13th, and I'm guessing Daz hasn't been classified with his DNF. Little GP got your fastest lap on lap 13 with a 120.383. Then brilliant stuff. So tomorrow oh, it went shaky then. Tomorrow we'll be live with, well, they won't be live. I'll be live with the replays from tonight's Lobby 2 race for the GTMC. If it's anything like this, it's going to be absolutely bang on. And then on Thursday we've got the final round of the Pacific Rim Pacific Gym from Brands Hatch GP, I believe, for the Group 3 cars. So join us for that. Don't forget to look in our sign up section on the Discord. We've got plenty of things to sign up for now. Very exciting things to get yourselves into. No, I was going to try and tell you them again. Let me find them. Just very quickly, sorry. Very quickly. Yeah, Rally Legends at the end of this week, Sunday nights. Sign up for that. 10 different Rally Legend cars or Racing Legend cars out there on the track at the same time. Karting Cup is there for a sign up, and that is on Friday the 2nd of April, so that probably will be live streamed if plenty of people sign up. Super Touring Car Cup, that's on the 9th of April, so again that'll be out there if it gets plenty of people signed up. And the Group 4, which I think is on a Saturday, so I'm not, oh, I think that's an actual, oh, that looks like a league. It's not just a one-off. It's a little league with 4 rounds. And if they're all on Saturdays, oh dear. Okay. So yeah, and there's the Group 4 World Series, which won't be live streamed, but maybe the replays will get done. We'll see. What are they, 30-minute feature race, 15-minute sprint race, maybe, possibly. So that's it. That's your lot, I think. That's your fulfillment of GTMC Lobby 1. I was your commentator and broadcaster. I see ya, Dick. Thank you for joining us, and catch us tomorrow for GTMC Series 4. This time it's personal. Lobby 2, round 5 at Laguna Seca. We'll be streaming tomorrow. Be there or be square. Oh, some people just in the chat. Pat saying, looked like there was some close racing in the last few minutes there. I look forward to watching this tomorrow morning. And G. Rich is saying, this Mustang actually makes me want to fully quit. No, don't do that. Yes, I think last season Jam and I want to say Noxie was in the Mustang, and I don't think they enjoyed it for a season either. Anyway, I was your broadcaster and commentator. I see your Dick, and I will catch you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Be good to each other. Bye.